Recording. Hey everybody, welcome. Yay, this is our Earth Angel Collective call. Oh, it feels like we've had a bit of a break, but it is just really, really beautiful to be with you here tonight, to be able to drop into some sacred space, some of our time for us and our higher selves, our souls, with our cacao. And the intention for tonight, we're just sort of stepping over the threshold into Sagittarius season. So really, I'm going to invite us into the energy of gratitude, celebration, starting to really acknowledge and complete and set down the energies and the trials and tribulations, maybe any difficulties that we've been experiencing through the fairly turbulent last few months. And to sort of like to invite us into almost the energy of December, which is always to me like celebratory, a little lighter, still feels energetically like there is much work to do, and we are really holding space through the next two quite significant portals. Getting some goosies around my eyes. Holding the vision for New Earth anchoring through the 12-12 and the 21-12 portal, which, as we've known from past years, can really flare up quite a lot of intensity. And then obviously into Christ's birthday and the beautiful opening of the Christ consciousness portal around that time, and the way that you know, the season is celebrated. So inviting us into that, a little space tonight of just really reset, recovery, reciprocity, sitting in circle with our sisters in this very kind of masterful, higher angelic energy. I'm going to start with a bit of an update and a bit of a prayer and a blessing, clearing, and then I'd love to just have an opportunity for everyone to have a bit of open floor priestess time where we can share what's been on our hearts, maybe our like wins, or what we've been struggling with over the last couple of months or the last month, and what we would really like to create moving forward into this playful and fiery and adventuring season of Sagittarius. So first of all, just really acknowledging our Earth Angel sisters who are not present tonight. Lo, we're just sending you lots and lots and lots of love. For those who haven't caught up with Lo's news, she had a pretty horrific accident and has been recovering, needing to be in and out of hospital, it's been quite a difficult time for her. So she is definitely appreciative and recipient of our love. Rachel's really good. I've been in touch with Rachel. She's out sailing tonight, I think, and she's been navigating a few personal things, but I know she'll be watching this recording, and we'll just be sending her lots and lots of love and keeping her to mind in our circle as well. And then we've got a couple of Earth Angels who have, since our last call, just chosen to not continue in the circle at this time, just due mostly to personal commitments and, you know, things going on. And that's Michelle, so sending Michelle lots of love, and also Lizzie, who you guys will know is very busy with her retreats and the programs that she's doing with Shannon Rose and that sort of thing, and was just feeling like it would be a good idea to what's the word? I'm just distracted by some beautiful clouds that have these shapes of waves in them, literally. To concentrate on her offerings, the space that she's holding, and her work that she's doing in her current containers, which is absolutely fine. So that's always the way that we intend this space to go, is if it feels good and aligned and supportive, and you're happy to be part of it and contributing and co-creating, that's great. And if it's not for you at this time, that's fine too. So, all right. Have I missed anyone or anything, do you think? Don't think so. Would be embarrassing if I had. All right, but I think we're good. All right, so let's just take a moment, first of all, to close down our eyes. And I want us to imagine walking forward into this beautiful golden bubble of light, this golden crystalline temple of healing love. And tonight you may be dressed in a fine gown, some flowing robes. I'm really manifesting one of those beautiful silk kimono type robes with the big angel wings on the back that are really freaking expensive. But if you guys know the ones, I'd really like a rose pinky kind of coloured one of those. So I'll wear that tonight because I think they just look lush. And then maybe a beautiful crown of flowers, which just smells so divine. Maybe some gorgeous jewellery. Something that just makes you feel beautiful, whatever that looks like. It might be a really hot, sexy white pantsuit. High heels. But let's just for a minute cast ourselves to that beautiful priestess, goddess version that we know is there. And bring her to mind as we swoop in to the space, and it smells like jasmine flowers on the summer breeze. And it's very holy and beautiful and grounded at the same time. And so we walk into our temple space tonight and big smiles on our faces, feeling happy, light, angel wings up, and just so grateful in our hearts and excited to see each other in this beautiful temple space tonight. Some big hugs all around as we settle in. And then find your gorgeous, big, soft golden cushion, nice snuggly blanket, and wrap that around you, looking towards the altar of candles, white roses, crystals, very sacred, special, pretty. It's a beautiful sunset and the dusk is starting to settle all around us now. And just breathe. Take a few beautiful deep breaths. Maybe you want to put your hand on your heart or your hands in prayer. Hands around your cup of cacao. Just breathe in her gorgeous chocolatey scent. I'll offer our cacao here to the group if you don't have it with you personally. It's okay. The energy and the spirit is with you. Let's just feel ourselves settle in nice and calm, up tall. Light coming in through the spine, open, softened and relaxed. Soft backs, open hearts. Let's just chant a couple of Oms to activate our heart space and to call in our guides, open our third eye and start to activate our prayer. Breathing in. And on the out, we'll just Om. Om. few more deeper breaths. Just allow those thoughts to settle. Feel your body dropping into a natural rhythm. More grounded, more flowing, more open, more relaxed. As you feel the tension slip away and come into that beautiful centered, heart open space, the parasympathetic nervous system. Heart open, soften, relax. Send some beautiful grounding cords down through your root. Just whatever color is most nourishing for you tonight. Down through the layers of crystal to the core. The iron core crystal of Gaia, of Papatuanuku. Feel that cord anchoring, tightening there a little. Feel that draw of 2A energy down, roots down to the center of earth as you open up and lift up through the heart chakra and the upper chakras. Ready to receive. We're going to call on our angels now. On the right, Archangel Michael and Archaea Lady Faith. On the blue sapphire ray of healing divine light. We thank Archangel Michael as he draws closer for his protection, guardianship, wisdom, courage, and clearing energy. We ask Archangel Michael to step forward with his silver sword of light and to cut through lovingly and deliberately any energies, any lower frequency vibrational energies that we've picked up along the way, be that through our conversations, our thoughts, our social media, our community, collective, our family, friends, or even cords that we have projected out, our expectations, our standards, our desires, any egoic programming, any of that matrix fixated cording that's holding us back or holding us down. Let's just now ask for that beautiful clearing, deep, divine, clearing energy, lovingly and deliberately releasing all that is no longer serving us from any chakra, any energy center, any area within our physical or etheric body, our mental, emotional, spiritual body. We allow Archangel Michael and Archaea Faith to continue their work throughout this healing circle tonight. Let them take, with the legions of angels working with Archangel Michael, those lower frequency energies that are no longer needed. Back through the dimensions to source with love. Allowing our energy field now to feel brighter, more expanded, softer, opening, more relaxed. Let's call our energy back to us through this process. We invite in Archangel Raphael and Archaea Lady Mary on the green emerald cosmic healing ray of love, of light, of healing, nourishment, rejuvenation, detoxification, to come in close to our field now and to work their magic, flowing this beautiful green healing energy right through our field from top to toe, working its way into every pocket, every space. Allowing this divine healing light to flow through our entire energy system, through our chakra system from top to toe, and to drain out through our root and our earth star, carrying all that beautiful flowing energy, clearing and cleansing, opening, softening, relaxing as we feel that energetic flow of light. Carrying any program, any lower frequency interference, any physical interference. Feel it winding around through the delicate parts of your brain, your ears, eyes, throat, shoulders, neck, lungs, heart, down through the delicate areas, the sacral chakra, the womb, intestines, legs, all the areas, anywhere that we're storing any tension, any trauma, any impact that is no longer needed or required by us for healing or integration at this time, anything that we're done with now, anything that's no longer serving, let's shed and clear that away. Beautiful. And then we open the circle of empowerment around us in a 360-degree wall of light, calling in all other angels and archangels of the horizontal plane, including Gabriel, Archangel Hope, Archangel Uriel, the Lioness of God, on the white cosmic ray, the red ruby ray, all of the goddesses, ascended masters, those who you want to call on personally, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Yeshua, Jesus, the Hathors, Queen Tara, the Order of Tara, Dakini, I won't call everybody by name tonight, but just know that all guides, angels of only the highest divine realms, the highest light of God, are welcome here. Any individual guides that you know wish to be here, you want to call upon now to sit with us, our ancestors, and of course the dear, beautiful, always present, heart-opening golden dragons and the spirit of cacao. Just sit and feel yourself be healed and expanded by that love and light, that circle of empowerment, acknowledging your higher self, your soul, your mission, your love, your angelic frequency. And when you feel ready and expanded through your heart, let's offer and open up to the energies of the vertical plane above and below. So first of all, the spirit of Gaia, Archangel Sandalphon, the archangels working with insects, animals, water, plants, the land, clearing the land, the beautiful dragons. Again, those ascended masters I have not called by name, but who we know are working with us, the crystals, of course, all of the beautiful array of healing crystals from all over the planet. Convergence of light workers, the systems and tools, all of those assisting us at this time, the plant medicines. As we sit in appreciation and awareness with love, let us open our higher chakras now and call upon the angels and the galactic beings, the cosmos, the universal energies of the highest academies of divine healing light, our star and soul families. Feel the downpouring of wisdom, of love, of healing, led by Archangel Metatron, this crystalline Merkaba technology. We call Archangel Christael, Christine, Hanael, Orion, the angels of the Seraphim, the angels of the Rainbow Ray, Azrael, Zadkiel, Violet Flame. And again, any of those beautiful, benevolent energies of only the highest healing light of God who wish to assist us tonight with our ceremony, our clearing practice, our healing. So let's just sit for a moment, present to that beautiful downpouring of light and love. Calling in any transmissions now. You may have your own codes which are landing. They may be in the sign of symbols, of language, of frequency, of tones. There may be messages of wisdom coming for you. Maybe pockets of energy you can feel within your own body. Share, send out much light and love. I'm feeling an expansion through the ears and the head. So just open, soften, relax, and allow for that downpouring of light. We're receiving that now. Oh. Beautiful. Just feeling into that space. Remember to let it all go. Soften through the body. Open, soften, relax, receive. Tune into that frequency. Imagine your mind open, expanding, safe, held in this beautiful space. Awakening. Angels reminding us at this time of how far we've come, acknowledging us with great compassion and celebration and love, unconditional love, and this beautiful light blessing, wanting us to open, soften, anchor, receive in the acknowledgement of a cycle of difficult choices, seeing us and acknowledging huge amount of love, with the huge amount of love and energy, the through, with the compassion of our humanity, where there's been times of discordance and friction, having to really dig deep to choose pathways this year, in the last 12 months, really acknowledging us for all of the courage that they see us taking, see us drawing upon and anchoring in for the collective, for humanity. Many have chosen pathways this year, and we have been asked time after time after time to search deep within our hearts and to choose pathways that we feel are going to serve us the most at these times. They've been difficult lessons, wonderful lessons, and whichever way we have chosen to pick our path throughout this year, the angels are just bowing in very beautiful, deep reverence now, honoring the sacrifice that we've made individually, collectively, when things have been really tough, and they've just acknowledging that, promising us that we are taken care of, and that lessons are to be revealed to us, the reasons why certain things have happened, if we just dwell upon it with deep reflection, and ask also for them to, impart that wisdom and knowledge to us if it's unclear, if we feel that we still maybe have chosen the wrong path or feeling stuck. They're assuring us that no, there is no wrong way, that our hearts are of a frequency which is incredibly pure, incredibly divine, that there were no accidents, that we really did choose exactly our path, our life path. We chose when to come, we chose the lessons that have led to this point, and that's all part of the divine plan, and that we are seen and acknowledged, loved and cherished, and just saying, like, as God's children, please remember we are all children of God. God loves us very, very, very deeply. A very sweet, pure, unconditional love. He wants us to remember to open and soften our backs, to wear our angel wings proudly through life, to pop them up nice and high. We're being reminded of the sacred bridge that we are, the reason that we just being careful with the wording. The reason that over and over and over and over, through and through and through and time and time and time again, have chosen a more difficult human journey is because we are the warriors of God, and we are courageous, and we're meant for this time. We were born for these times. And our job is to provide perspective, to continue to rise above, and to provide perspective, to hold that perspective, to see our unique perspective for what it is, a gift. And the challenge wouldn't occur unless we were breaking away. We were breaking away from normality. So, you know, and I know this for myself, that I've been desiring to reconnect or have some break, have some time out, sort of feel more normal, and being reminded time and time again that that's not our path. There's a beautiful perspective and healing, teaching, guiding place that is reserved for us as conduits of God's love on earth, as conduits of the light. And while it hurts sometimes to stand in the perspective shift, that's where we need to continue to stand throughout our days, no matter where we're at. And of course we can have breaks, but we must see and begin to understand and really nurture the very unique, special nature that we have, which is so distinct and so different. It's like a different flavor of human. And it's only gifted to a few. There's not that many. We think there's more than there are. There really are not that many who have our same unique flavor. I'm saying you can choose your flavor. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute because our own guides and our own guardian angels wish to step forward. It's really placing their love around you now. You might feel a characteristic, a color, a name. There may be somebody with you now who wants to just gently and lovingly remind you of how special you are in your own words. We're invited to take this opportunity to set down any worries, any concerns, any heavy load that we're carrying, to take it off our shoulders, to place it at the feet of our guardian angels, of our healing protector guides. For they're here to help us carry the load. We're reminded that we don't need to do this alone, and that we are the center of our own universe. It's time for us to stand still and be the sun, and allow the planets and the constellation of our world to circle around us. Not the other way around. No more chasing, no more moving, just stillness. Stillness embodying the pillar of light that we are, the cosmic sun that we are. And allow the world to move around us. We are magnificent, powerful creators. Take a minute now to listen to the messages coming forward for you. Take a minute to integrate those messages as we're going to bring some awareness back to our physical body now. We ask the angels to step back a little, pulse love and light from our heart chakra and gratitude to them. Thanking them for blessing our circle tonight. Out from our hearts, we really want to pulse out love and light and healing to the world, bringing anyone to mind that you specifically wish to keep within your prayers tonight. I'm praying for a little baby called Will, who's having heart surgery soon in Auckland. I'm praying for my clients, my friends, for other light workers on the planet. We're praying for the women of Iran and women everywhere fighting the front lines right now. We're praying for those who are lost, confused, transitioning, being born, transitioning either way, coming in or going out, thanking them for their service to humanity. Thanking our families, our children, our loved ones. Thanking our beautiful soul selves too, our higher selves, always guiding us, always reminding us that it's important to come back to love, to be open to reciprocity, to trust the universe's plan, the divine healing plan. And know that when we tap in and tune in, that we're so guided. And when you're ready, you can bid farewell or not. Just ask your angels to stay and hold us in sacred ceremony for the rest of our time here together, or indeed as long as they feel is necessary to complete the healing tonight, the clearing healing. And let's bring our hands together in prayer and close our prayer with 3 ohms now. When you're ready, breath in. Om. Om. You may just want to have some water, bring in a little energizing flow for a minute. Clear out any energies that might still be sitting close. Beautiful. And when we're back and you feel ready to shift gears and recalibrate out of that little healing there. Who would like to open up and offer some sharing or insight? You don't have to. I can start with pulling a card if you like, while you're thinking. I've got this beautiful new Angelic Lightwork deck, which just loving, and I highly recommend if anyone's looking for a new oracle deck, which is a real angelic activation. This one's amazing. It's a really big book, so it's got a really thick guidebook, and for each card there's a simple message, but then also following that there's actually a prayer, and you work through each prayer or blessing with the angels, with an archangel who steps forward. I did a beautiful one. The card I pulled for myself today was Pattern Breaker, and there was a releasing and integration meditation with Archangel Michael. It was just really nourishing, just acknowledging, yeah, I'll pop that one back in, just acknowledging where I'm at in terms of this closing out of a cycle, still going, but we're getting there. I got an amalgam filling removed from my tooth today. It was kind of my last big one, really hurting. I got a bit of a throat chakra upgrade after Auckland. We went up for Millie's cheerleading and stayed with my sister, and I've got a lot of prosperity codes work to do in relationship to my family, and particularly my very, very wealthy sister. Like, she's so gorgeous and also very, very wealthy. So I came back from that a little tight in my throat, and then of course straight after my teeth started pinging off, so I'm now like digging deep to find funds to fund my tooth. But today was good. I had a really nice healing, got my tooth fixed. I've got a dentist hygienist tomorrow, and then I've got that will do us for a little bit. But yeah, I just, like, my body just went, nah, you're getting rid of that thing. It's rejecting the mercury. So this is a beautiful card. This is I will definitely post it in the chat, but because it's hard to see in the light. This is got a Merkaba in the middle of it, the beautiful Star of David, and the card is called Vow Release. So I don't know this one, but let's have a read. Sounds to me like we're all moving up a level, don't you think, in our work, releasing who we know ourselves to be, to step into the new iteration of us. I feel vow release. Okay, we can make promises to others. We can make promises to ourselves and others that we may outgrow. A promise made with sincerity may no longer hold true to an evolving path. It's time to let go of the ties that bind you to people or places that can no longer be mutually enhancing. Your soul is in the process of releasing vows from this or other lifetimes that are no longer aligned with your life path. Reclaim your vitality and consider afresh all that you would like to dedicate yourself to and how you wish to do so. You may find some commitments become stronger through this process, while others are released entirely. So this is working with Archangel Gabriel, of course. Thank you for your presence and bringing your gifts of spiritual messages, higher understanding, and inner healing for the greatest good of all. And I will put, and we can do it in our own time. There's a guided manifestation. May the energies generated here today bring spiritual benefit to all beings. Beautiful. So it's really calling in any vow, releasing any vows consciously or under duress or confusion in this or other lifetimes. And I do this with my own free will, with peace and forgiveness in my heart for all involved, including myself. I claim full responsibility and spiritual sovereignty. I'll tell you a little thing about that in a sec. So I may manifest my most beautiful and fulfilling life path for the spiritual benefit of all. Through divine grace, so be it. I just laughed because my friend on Instagram, Anna Rose, put she'd been banned from Instagram because of her political views, and very, very outspoken, a lot of content around, and she lives in Australia, mandates, lockdowns, all that sort of stuff, and she got banned and people couldn't tag her or find her Instagram, and now she's like, finally, I think after about a year out of Instagram jail, and she's like, I'm back, I'm Anna Rose, this is my Instagram, and my pronouns are sovereign AF. And I just laughed because I thought it was the best. My pronouns are sovereign AF. So feel free to use. So what's been happening, my loves? What's going on? Anything anyone's got hot on their heart that they want to share?
I'm happy to share.
All right,
Hi.
Miss.
Kia ora, everyone. Hope you're well. So nice to see you all. Miss you. Miss all my Wellington crew. Yeah, I've been all over the place the last little while. I've had some health issues come up. I had gastro last week, had menstrual issues, like just a lot of clearing out. And in the last few days, I've just been feeling really anxious, like a lot of anxiety. A lot of it is around money and security, and just like I'm basically a volunteer at my work at the moment, because it's like I'm investing a lot, but there's not a lot coming in, but it's investing for the future. But I just had a download during that beautiful meditation where my nana came through, and my nana on my mum's side, and I actually drew a little picture. You probably can't see it, but like I've been doing this, the top line, where I've been doing like these little tiny waves. Hang on, where's my pen here? And like, lots of little things like over a period of time. But what I actually need to do is these really big, powerful transmissions, and go like, instead of going like spreading myself thinly, really lightly or shallowly, go like less often but really deep is what I got told to do, and like more potent. So I'm going to look at how I can build that into what I do with my business, rather than just posting little things. Just do like some really potent, impactful things over the next couple of months. And I had a download to do like a transmission where I'm just riffing about HR, and whatever wants to come through can come through, like a big 2-hour 3-hour transmission, kind of like antidote, and just like trust whatever comes through. So I might set that up maybe before Christmas, maybe not, I'll see. I think I'll do it before Christmas. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, that was quite, and I think it aligns with my manifestor energy as well. But yeah, this entrepreneur game's really hard. Like, it's been a full year now since I left my job at MB. Like, can you believe it's been a year? It's so mad. Like, this time last year I was at Able Tasman, like traveling around the South Island in my tent. So it's just, this year's just gone so quickly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going to India in 36 sleeps.
Can't believe it so soon, Steph. For those of you who don't know, Steph's going to India on a trip. It's going to be so cool. I really resonate and love what you shared about that the shallow line and the deep curves, and I've been really called to look at how business works as well because I think what we've done is kind of adopt a shallow method and have gotten quite lost in the world of content creation this year. I think that that's maybe been on purpose in terms of keeping people distracted. And I'm just getting massive goosebumps on my back. We have, I'm a long form girl. You guys know that. Like, I don't feel, one of my biggest problems is how to channel out actually everything that I know. And I had a new client a couple of days ago, one-on-one coaching client in Angelic Reiki healing. And like, my Lord, that lady got her value from 2 hours with me. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Feeling like this housewife who has no money, no life, because I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs when I've got so much wisdom to offer. And one of the things is I just don't know how to get it out to people, and I think that's maybe my own fault. No, I'm not going to say that. But I think what's happened is that we've been trained, and I know I certainly have been, in a specific way of marketing and sharing my message for a long time, showing up on stories, writing posts. Now with social media the way that it is, and it's so noisy and there's so much content, and people are not really able to stop and digest and get the wisdom in the way that they would really like to. How do we deliver? It's a really big question, and I think it's one that the whole industry will answer. But the download I got this morning in the shower, Steph, was just in my my own unique way, is what they said. Like, you got to go inside to figure out your own unique way, and that will be the way that will resonate. And because one thing I've done, and I feel kind of, I've got to be very careful about what I say, but I have put so much energy out into the world through my social media over the last 4 or 5 years. Really, since I started with Isogenics, I started in network marketing, and I was Little Miss Positivity day after day after day, shining a light out there. And I'm not regretful for a minute of it, but I think I look back and I'm like, wow, I've been really, really, really present. And I don't know, it's this is the journey of the entrepreneur. How do we do this and be sustainable? How do we do this and do the deep work? How do we do this and get really well paid for what we're doing? And so I'm so excited by that download for you. I think it's going to make a big difference, and I'm excited.
Thank you.
I'm excited for deep content, and I know that you've got some amazing stuff coming up with your event, which is going to be so cool. So Steph's anchored in an in-person event for 250 people for next year, or more. I think you're probably going to have the biggest venue you can get. And
it's bringing consciousness to corporate, because it's going to be all high vibe food. I'm going to do a guided meditation. For organizations that specialize in putting people first. I just had a conversation with a company called Respect Ed today, who are all about educating around prevention of sexual violence. And they do education in workplaces as well. And I was just like, you're perfectly aligned for this. It's called the HR Changemakers Festival in June next year. So that was really exciting. It just reminded me, it doesn't really matter if I get paid or not. I'm actually, this is the work that I'm meant to be doing. When I'm having conversations, and when they're the way that the woman I was speaking to, she knew what I was saying before I was even saying it. It was just such a well, yeah, obviously, and I was like, oh, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I remember now. And it doesn't really, the money of course is important because we're on Earth, but it's not as important as the work that bringing in the light. So I'm really excited about that. But what you were going back to, Alice, about the posting is we just need to do bigger, deeper things less often, is what I got told. So like there's big, like deeper and really, like really powerful, impactful, and like that's what's memorable as well, rather than these like, little things over time where we spread ourselves way too thinly and it's way too light, right? And then instead have these big impactful things that we say. So
yeah, or I think, pouring your heart and soul into a post that takes like a couple of hours to write, and you just post it on Facebook and Instagram and like 5 people see it. So I mean, like, it's not doing that, but it's taking those beautiful big conscious themes and thoughts and somehow encapsulating them and sending them out in a way that's more going to make a bigger impact and be more revered. And maybe it's a book, or maybe, I don't know, like we're just the idea is for us to explore for ourselves what that's going to look like, and just know that like a circuit breaker or a change is needed, just not do the same thing over and over again hoping for a different result. I think that's where we were at now.
yeah. And I've just had this real fear of like not being liked because of everything that's happened over the past year with like, different opinions on vaccines and mandates and things like that. I've had this real fear of not being liked, or like people reacting to what I'm posting. But I'm just I've actually realized I've got to let that go and be like, well, it's not my responsibility how someone reacts to what I'm talking about. It's my job to share the message, and the people that don't resonate, then it's okay. I'm not there. I'm not posting for them, and I've just got to not internalize and take it so personally when people might not like what I'm saying or I'm posting. That's not what I'm here for. It's just been that fear of like rejection and fear of abandonment, because we've been speaking up about things that have triggered people to react in a certain way, and it's deconditioning all of that that we relearned this year that we had deconditioned before.
I think what I think is part of the curriculum. I think that if we weren't worried about whether people would like us or not before, we really got schooled in that, and I would do it all again exactly the same way. In fact, probably next time around I'd probably be louder, because I feel like that's what it is to be a light worker. That's what it is to be spiritual. That's what it is to be a lighthouse, is to reflect back to people a unique perspective. And we do need to be brave to be able to step forward and do that work. It's really weird when we're not, actually. It's a bit like it's not fully authentic. You go out there and be your fully expressed self. That's when people go, oh yeah, don't know how I feel about that, but they admire it when you go all out, somewhere deep down they want to be just like you. Don't you worry about that.
It's such a double-edged sword being sensitive, because you feel what other people feel, so you campaign to support that and help others, but then you also are sensitive to not so positive things as well. Like it's the curse of the light worker. We're not a curse because we're not cursed, but like it's the paradox of a light worker.
Good word for it. And you will always, and anyone across the board in business or whatever always says this, is that you're not for everyone. You're not for everyone, and don't try and be for everyone. You can't. It's just not possible. There's I used to get told there would be people that don't like peaches. And you might be the most beautiful, shiny, ripe, gorgeous peach that really, really, really is right on point, and there are people out there who just don't like peaches. They're just not going to be into it. They're going to no, sorry, that's not for me. And you can't be everyone's favorite. I know, it's really tough, and it's just a lesson that you just have to learn over and over, because we are people. We do want people to. We want people to be happy. That's what we want as Earth Angels. We really want people to be happy, and it really affects us to our core when we see people who appear to be unhappy. And if we've made them unhappy, that's worse. That's
yeah. It's that internalization. It's funny you say that. Because I hate onions, and they're the most annoying thing in the world to hate, because everyone has to like change their recipe because they're in everything whenever I'm having dinner. And so I've already got this curriculum of like not meeting people's expectations and like not, and putting people out because I don't like onions, but it's just been training, I think, for that whole journey. Bless you, Sumit.
Oh, what did she say?
Oh, she sneezed.
Oh, she sneezed. Oh, bless you. I thought she put something in chat. Oh, cute. Yeah, I'm sure Sumit eats plenty of onions. Don't you? In every dish. Yeah. I know. Cool, Steph. Well, yeah, just, massively acknowledging your huge work. And I think Love HR is stunning. And I think everything you're creating and everything you're standing for, and I know how much passion you have and your core for your work. And I was doing a money meditation thing, or I listened to a money meditation thing that Hamish wanted me to hear this morning. And the guy was saying, when you, and it's a bit of a cliche, but when you really discover something that you love to do and you're following your heart and you're providing value, the money will come. It's inevitable, right?
It's a byproduct.
It's a byproduct. The money follows the love, and in your heart, some of it's hard and it's okay, but I can imagine 10 years from now and you're going to have this amazing podcast. You're going to be like this absolute authority, global authority on, well-being practices and fair practice. And because, we talked about that LinkedIn thing, that corporate's going to change real quick. It's going to get hard, and then there's going to be a flip. And I see day after day now all these people cheering people on who are taking a stand and talking about a different way and talking about authenticity and, not selling their soul and let that go. And so many people commented, yay, go you, this is awesome. Don't ever, don't feel like you have to sell your soul to the old man's club,
Yeah, that's so true. Ethics, bringing ethics into work.
With love. The old man's club with love. I don't mean that necessarily. There's lots of good old men, but you know what I mean. It's just yeah. So
jealous.
Yeah, we love you. We're excited that you're going to India. We hope that you stay in touch and can jump on our calls and stuff.
Yeah, just when I was meditating as well before, I was like, my guide's like, you're gonna be disgustingly rich, is what they do. Like the words like filthy, disgusting, like incomprehensible wealth. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's go for that. That'd be a cool paradigm,
wouldn't it? But yeah, well, we should all be millionaires, honestly. I'm preaching about that book. If you haven't read it, ladies.
Which one?
We should all be millionaires.
We should be millionaires. Yep. I've got it here. I will. Yeah, I need to pop in the chat, actually. It's so cool. Rachel Rogers, she's really badass because she's this, Black Afro-American woman, and her whole thing is like, we all deserve, no matter our color, our creed, our age, our gender, to really thrive, and that the world will work when we all have so much money that we are really well supported and, can give to the overflow, and also that there's plenty of money, there really is plenty of money to go around. It's not that that there's not, it's just that we have been living a lie and having access to I'll say also Hamish, I'm really getting excited about thriving, learning a lot about money. Yeah, I think that maybe ultimately that will be my goal and my passion, because I really do feel if everybody can break through a lot of that money stuff, then we would all be it's big work.
I was just thinking, Alice, while you're saying that, maybe
money
this
is a very angelic energy to me. What?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe this is your curriculum for a reason, because it's something you're meant to teach.
Oh yeah, I think having $3 in your bank account for, months on end is definitely pretty transformational. Like, shake the tree, find my 50 cents. relate. Yes. Especially when everyone else seems to be thriving. I'm like, how come? Well, what am I doing? I'm 48. I've got $3 in my bank account. Doesn't work. Anyway. So are you, any last thoughts? Any last requests?
I just saw, like, you know how we've had this really rough weather with like the rain and the thunderstorms and stuff. I just saw like a break in the clouds and that, you know, the sun's coming. That's what I just saw for all of us. So we might have been in the stormy weather, but the sun is coming. It will break, the clouds will part, and the sun will come out. Oh, it's so beautiful.
I love it. Very, very good analogy. So true too. So accurate. The sun is coming.
It's my message to you all.
Thank you. Stunning. Beautiful.
Thank you for holding space.
Oh, always. Always for you, my darling. Who's going to go next? I have a card for you.
I'll go.
All right, this is my card for you, Smith. This is a little transmission of the heart. Can you see that?
Yes, yeah.
It says protection for the vulnerable heart.
That is so spot on, Alice.
I know, right?
Yes. First things first, I'm excited for your trip to India, Steph. Like, really, I am. Hope you get a good taste. For me, I'm trying to find my feet in Auckland. I mean, that is the biggest truth right now for me. Professionally, financially, it's great, but it's just part is missing. And it is really lonely. It is really lonely because I know people here, but not people to connect with, or so hopefully I find my tribe here, local. And vulnerable heart, because I was going through a bit of a love from past few days. It's quite I'm in a very, very delicate situation. But while we were meditating, I think this was the first time ever actually I had this nudging going on, and that thing, where you get the nudges, and it was like, it's all okay. It's part of the transition. Like, it was just coming right constantly, that because this is what was going inside me. I was like, this is part of the transition, and this, so, and it's going to be okay. So it's just a reaffirmation of that thought, which I know, but I think it's the wait time between that. It's kind of hard, but I'm really glad to connect with you guys here, and it's thank you so much, and lots of love to you guys, and
Thanks, darling. Shall I read your card?
Yes, please. Let's see what it's talking about.
All right. Vulnerable hearts can be powerful, open, honest, and wise. To remain in such a heightened state of openness, such souls need a safe, protective field from potentially undermining influences. Spiritual protection is available for all of us. However, there are times when we feel particularly vulnerable and have a greater need for spiritual light to secure and seal our path. This protection allows our hearts to remain sensitively tuned into what's happening, so we know which steps to take. This oracle brings the message that when we feel the most sensitive or uncertain, we are very open to spiritual blessings. There are blessings that want to find their way into your world, and your heart is providing protection and sanctuary in more ways than you know. Keep your heart open to spiritual grace.
I just got goosebumps.
Pretty beautiful. I'll send this to you. Do you have some spiritual practice at the minute that you are doing, like on a daily
Yeah, I do. And like
basis?
it's my morning meditation.
Nice. Yeah.
And yeah, a few minutes at night. That's all. And actually the biggest part is I ended up being on a dating app for past 1 week, which was exciting, but then it's just went flat and I'm like, I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this.
It's pretty 3D, eh?
Yeah.
Who's going to create a spiritual people's dating app? It's me.
Probably that will be a good idea because
Isn't it? Bet there's lots of people out there, like, who would really enjoy that.
yeah, and it's just listening to myself because I was struggling. I met someone and I was just struggling because in my heart I felt it's not right. Like I could sense it, but then it's like, I was just considering what happened. Like he was very a gentleman and blah blah blah. But I'm like, there is more to it which I can sense, but I didn't see. Like, so yeah, so I need to deal with that and be upfront about it. With stars and competitive percentages. I would love that.
100%. Yeah. Well, do they have a dating part of the pattern, really?
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Cool. Yes, well, summer's coming, Sumit, and there are lots of festivals and other things coming, conscious gatherings, and things happening around your area. And, I think if you've got your heart open and your manifestation on point and your list there and you're willing to go and continue to follow your heart and trust your instincts, then I'm sure that Mr. Right will be just around the corner. Actually, I have a feeling. What's that?
That's it.
Dating with depth. There we go. I wonder how many people will be on it in New Zealand, though. Probably not that many.
What is it called? Can't see.
Oh, it's on the pattern.
Just that there won't be that many.
Dating with depth.
Yeah. I reckon the most, if it was me and I was kind of like out there, I'd be going to places where I just knew that there'd be conscious people there, and just being open to meeting people, as friends, and whether it's at New Zealand Spirit, at various things that are on. Yeah. Lots of cool festivals and stuff happening at the moment, hey? Mia can probably hook you up with all the festivals.
Well, I was supposed to meet her for dinner tonight. Yeah, but then we ended up being here. Yeah.
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 And calling in those friendships as well, those aligned circles and sisters. Yes. And what's going on in Auckland. There's I know Jess is having something in the new year.
Jessica?
North at Waipu, yeah.
Oh, I'll talk to her. Yeah, I haven't spoken to her for a while now. But yeah, I'll check with her and yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, darling. Oh, well, let's keep that possibility alive, and and good work on all that you're doing. You've had a humongous year as well, massive transitions and changes, and really acknowledging your courage and the good fight. been a big year. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Just love that you're here tonight. Yeah. Cool. Do you want a popcorn? Or does someone want to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, Hannah, thank you, my sweetheart. What's on your heart?
I feel good. I feel like I've recently kind of come into this space of alignment. I've been nesting a lot in my little home. Finally manifesting a relationship that's nice and stable and just calm, and it's just been so nice having a house since March, for the first time in my life. a home that I can just be in. So I've kind of not really been going out much and like doing things, because I'm just enjoying being here and like having a space, like the most basic things, like having a bookshelf to put your books on and your oracle cards, like, you know, the stuff that I just never had before.
Yeah. Things on display.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And I'm excited because I'm going to go back to study next year and finally actually like commit to training to become a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit like concerned and like eek factor about some of the coaching stuff that's happening with like people doing trauma-based work when they're not really like trauma informed. All these people are like triggered and like not actually like, you know, yeah, anyway, I won't go on about that because I'll get on my soapbox. But it's just me kind of recognizing my limitations in my work and just realizing that there's more stuff I want to step into.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just wanted to share the good vibes for anyone that needs good vibes. I'm in a good vibes place.
Good. Well, I mean, holy heck, you girl have been doing the deep work, you know. I think this is great. It's like I'm just looking for this card here, which I pulled for you. I'll show you in a minute. It's just bloody obvious. It, you know, it comes in cycles and waves, and you've been absolutely transforming your little butt off, and you've been figuring out what's in alignment and what's not, and what works and what's not, and what to pursue and what not. And, you know, you've found this beautiful relationship that you've manifested, and you've been growing and grace and ease and flow and going, hey, this is important. And like what Steph said, like tapping into deep work, going, you know, there's this whole area here of mental health reform, and I'm going to have to be in the system for a while to get my credentials to make sure I'm doing it properly, because I want to be respected and I want to be an absolute like master in this field. And I think it's really stunning and beautiful that you are doing that. I mean, God, we need it. Really.
Yeah.
And you will have so much to offer and give from your own personal experience, and also through your training and learning. And, you know, I know there was a time you were just like throwing the baby out with the bathwater about uni and stuff, but you know, and you figured out a way. I think what's happened for you is you've got really grounded, like really rooted, and like getting that job and getting that money and getting like this flow and just having those other grounding things that was really necessary.
Yeah.
To, you know, so you'll laugh at this card. Can you read what that says? It's healer. We've got this is you, healer. You can safely and lovingly empower your natural healing channel as you recognize your ability to attract positive healing energies from the universe and share them with others. You shift into a more attractive, positive state of mind. You can give freely without wearing yourself out, because you understand that you need to receive from the universe first. You cannot share what you do not have, so open your heart to the healing gifts that are your birthright. You are meant to receive special spiritual gifts at this time. This oracle recognizes that you have a healing path in this lifetime. You will make progress on your path as you commit to healing in whatever way resonates for you. You will attract assistance and support to help you do what you were born to do. That's on page 111. See that? Angels are in support of alignment of your prowess. So I love that.
Love it.
It's deck, right? Like the readings on this deck are insane. It's so good. So good. Yeah, really good. Yeah, I mean, like fully just acknowledging you too, Hannah. It's been a massive, massive, massive year.
Yeah, now that I've got my health back.
You went down the big tunnel, didn't you? And twice, kind of, or once a lot, and then yeah, you know, and having to make choices that you made and deal with that, and it's been hard too. And really, 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 really acknowledge you for everything you've had to go through.
Thank you.
Ugh.
But
Yay, let's bring on 2023. And, you know, I reckon we all actually deserve, please, angels. Let's order up, if we got to the menu of life, a really fucking successful, off the charts breakthrough year for the Earth Angels to really, 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 really step into the next level of celebration and thriving, and, you know, get together at the end of next year and throw a really big party that Steph can pay for. But no, jokes aside, the bar is low. Come on. And yes, I can pull you a card, honey. Yeah. No, you're awesome.
What?
Hannah.
It won't be hard to beat the last couple of years, to be fair.
No, well, that's true. So that's what I'm saying. We need a really, really, really big, you know, a big breakthrough year. Mia's had a good year, haven't you? Been up and down. She's been up and down, but it's pretty good. Yeah, riding the waves. Hannah, thank you, and acknowledging you and all your beautiful things you're creating and doing and being, and space you're holding. You're amazing. We know that. We love you.
thank you. Love you too.
Very important Earth Angel here. Special. Special. All right, are you complete? Anything incomplete? No. All right, love you. Right. So who have we got now? Who are we going to popcorn to?
Mia?
Yeah. Hi, thanks.
Hi, sweetie.
Hello.
Hello.
Love you all.
We love you too.
Yeah, what's coming up for me? I had a pretty full-on day at work. Presented a really important presentation about just innovations with what we're doing and just innovating in the future and stuff. And yeah, it was actually kind of tricky because like I was really excited about this presentation, and then I should have booked a room in advance. Sorry, it's so specific, but like and then I was just trying to book a room that could connect to my laptop, and I had to like go to this other floor and then here, and then try to book it and it declined, and then I went to the room and it was fine ultimately. But then the guys that are, it's all men on my team, and they were all we were really late with lunch, and then my meeting was at 1, and then like everyone was just like finishing their lunch, and the meeting started like 20 minutes late. And yeah, it's just like a little frustrating, you know. It was like, I don't think it's a woman issue, because I mean they're respectful, but it's like it was like 1 p.m. and we were all still eating, and there was no awareness around my meeting. I was just really excited to share these ideas. And so I took a salt bath when I got home, because it went fine, the presentation, but I just didn't feel very respected, I guess, or super grounded in what I have, the knowledge that I bring to the team. And yeah, it's like that's the time that I had, and I spent time and anyway, lots of things, you know, I don't have to say it all, but like I think you understand what I mean, just to feel respected in that time and the wisdom that I bring. And yeah, I've just been feeling a little anxious since that today, just kind of like, yeah. What else was I gonna share? But yeah, overall, it was a great day. Had a lovely compliment from a project manager. He said like, yeah, he's just really happy to have me. And yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I've been getting these vertigo attacks that I've had since I was 14, come up again really recently after I saw a chiropractor, which is probably not a good idea. But I kind of feel like I need that spinal correction and neck work, and it's like getting into the structure of it, and I feel like it's like releasing a lot for me. And since COVID, I got my left ear. I couldn't hear out of my left ear, and now I can't hear out my right ear. So it's like got some health things, and I feel like I'm getting upgraded maybe, or just, I don't know. And then all of this with work is really shaking me, and like, yeah. So I don't know if you have any wisdom within those things I shared. Those are like the most important things right now in my experience. Just, yeah, I guess grounding and being articulate and knowing of the knowledge that I can share in that environment, and really holding my ground and embodying the respect that I know I deserve. Yeah.
I was just going to say that's just like 100%, you know, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. First of all, acknowledgement of the lessons. We're being shown a lot at the moment what we don't want, so that we can really get what we want, so that we can go after what we want. And I had this thought, like, you know, and I used to get this as well when I was working in corporate. There was this dismissal. You know, like, we kind of have to fight extra hard and plan and be strategic to have people respect our ideas and our intelligence and our contribution. And that's just part of the toxic programming of the corporate world, that people, you know, men particularly, especially, sorry, again, not stereotypical, but just tends to be what happens, is that we do get a little bit like trashed. And I was thinking, like, you know, your presentation would be lovely if it was like ceremonial, like, hey, here we are, we're sitting in circle. Like, think about the reverence that we have for each other, or for you know, an idea or the thought or the space, the arrival, the birth of something into the ceremonial space, you know. And that's not what happens in corporate. It's rushed. People are eating. This lady, I'll send you the post, but this lady was speaking the other day about how she's a keynote speaker, and she was booked in 2018 to do a keynote for a group of men in a very primary industrial thing. And they were all drunk, and they were speaking over her, and she was sharing her lifetime's wisdom. She was paid a lot of money to be the keynote, and they were so disrespectful that they were all chattering and clinking glasses and couldn't really care less about what she was saying. And she's like, never again will I, you know. And that's I'm not saying that's what you do, but like, take these lessons and say, hey, next time I'm presenting something, I'm going to create the space, I'm going to stand for the reverence of it and the value of it, therefore the value of me and my creations and my worth. And I'm going to really like put in those props, you know, and kind of command that respect. It'll be awesome to do that, you know. And I think that, you know, and because my sister's in corporate, and I know I speak to her a lot. She's like a general manager at Microsoft, and she does these big presentations and things. And she often, like, I'll tell you guys, you know, just, you know, so I know that, you know, I know that you're what you're dealing with. A while ago, like, she went into a boardroom. I don't think it was Microsoft actually, but it was a partner meeting, and someone like sniffed her. A guy was like, oh, you smell beautiful, like, and she was wearing this suit, and, you know, like, we just have to, like, I know it's gross, right? Like, who would do that? And she has to then go and lead a freaking PowerPoint presentation, stand up there like leader, having had this like gunky experience, and apparently, and she can't complain. So the thing is that she would never, and it's happened a few times with various things, she got told off wearing a jean jacket in a Zoom meeting during COVID because she had this like really fucking expensive denim jacket on because she was wearing a crop top underneath, and she was like, I've got to put something on. But they, you know, she can't complain, because then she gets red flagged as being difficult within the organization, and she can do better in there by just sucking it up. And so this is like, I get really riled up about this stuff, but I know why we are in there in these corporate roles, Mia, and I know what it's like, you know, and your heart is creative. And I often think about you and what a dream job you've landed at TVNZ. But you've got to remember that TVNZ is a pretty toxic industry. And so you're in there as a light worker, teaching them how to do light work. You know, and you've got to, and the lesson for you is exactly as you articulated it so perfectly, is I've got to stand for my value within this team. Oh yeah, you go, Hannah, we love you. Thanks, sweetheart. Go to the gym. Yes. Yay. Oh yes, cool. So bloody great work. Just fucking miracle. And we love you.
Thank you.
Don't feel upset or sad about it for a minute, because that was a really big, it was really important what happened. The card I pulled for you, I'll just share. This has got an amazing, like, kind of cosmic heart, big cross of light. And it's endings for beginnings. So the vertigo is definitely like an ascension symptom. Like, I've heard of that before. The spine and the spinal energetics that are coming through, we're getting massively slammed by the light at the minute. So that's probably why you're feeling called to get that spinal adjustment in the ears and, you know, all the stuff. Just keep on moving forward as you're guided with your healing, because I know it's really important to get it all lined up. I've been getting quite a bit of chiropractic as well lately. Endings for beginnings. Relationships are an essential and beautiful means by which we humans can share love and grow in spiritual maturity and understanding. Some relationships will be able to evolve and be long-lasting. Others may be of a shorter duration, yet offer a significant opportunity for healing. Sometimes relationships cannot continue because they have run their course. As we practice kinder, wiser, and more loving inner relationship with ourselves, we will be able to gracefully release outer relationships that have come to their karmic conclusion while fostering mutually enhancing connections. There is always the possibility for learning, regardless of a relationship's status, and therefore no need for regret or blame.
Beautiful.
That's cool, huh? That's right on the money.
Yeah. I feel like my work has a lot of these relationships taking place as well.
Inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I really, really, really don't think there's any freaking coincidence that you're in there, because, you know, the media industry in general, as it has been, is requiring a massive upgrade, you know, and there's probably a lot of light workers in there. I'm really sure that there are, but there's also a lot of just entrenched toxic paradigms and programs and ways of being that they'll, you know, it'll shift.
Yeah.
Can I offer you some advice, Mia? Are you open to receiving?
Yes.
I just something that has been coming through to me a lot lately is around integrity, massively. And I had a download a little while ago about integrity starts with I, and it was just around what I was kind of thinking while you were talking is, like, if we want things to be a certain way, we've got to start doing it like the way that we want. So we've got to set the tone, because it's like if we go into an environment and then we start adapting to that behavior, then we turn into that. But by us being different and like Ella said before, like upholding our values and always being the example, that's how we can get things to change or adapt to you. So anyway, that just, I don't know if that resonates or if that would help, but by you remaining really strong in your convictions and your values and your integrity, that will influence the people around you, and things like what happened today, which I'm really sorry that happened. It's not okay, and your feelings are perfectly valid. They won't happen because you're setting the expectation from the beginning.
Yeah. Yep.
And the
Definitely.
reason it did happen is for contrast, right? This is why I have $3 in my bank account. So I know how it feels to have $3 in my bank account and to be really up against it. So I can have a contrast. Because I've never been this broke in my life, and it's good. I'm enjoying it now. But I've gotten over the pain and the suffering part of it and the pissed off part of it. But I want to be able to talk about the day that, you know, I looked at my account and there was $3 in every account except for the one that there was a negative 500 and something in because the bills had gone out and there was no money in there. You know what I mean? And you'll be like, oh my God, that day when everyone talked over my presentation and ate their lunch and slurped and slopped and didn't give it the respect it deserved. God damn.
Yeah.
And you'll never do that, not that you ever would, but you
Oh,
would never do that to someone else now, because you know exactly how it feels, but you're setting the example.
I know. If we came in with a manual, it would be easy, huh?
Yeah.
I used to
How
make
did you...
I
Sorry,
just
go
make
ahead.
mistakes. I just used to make mistakes at work all the time. Like, I think that's how you grow and learn. I mean, it's fine, you know, like, don't beat yourself up too much because
Yep.
yeah. Is there
Yeah.
And
something-
we...
are you
Oh no, I
stuck-
was just... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Steffi, you were saying something?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say we Kiwis are pretty bad for being really casual, like in workplaces. Like I've worked in places, actually most places I've worked, we're so bad with keeping time, with, you know, being really serious, like, you know, listening, which it is actually quite disrespectful when someone's really excited about sharing their ideas and their topics. So maybe that's something, yeah, we definitely need to change.
Yeah, they listened. Okay, the presentation was fine. It was just that finding the room and figuring out different things within that, and then just, yeah, how it started so late and just didn't feel this awareness or desire to really support me. But I was also kind of just reflecting on it, and I think a lot of this is myself doing this to me. Like I mean, sure, like the things that I've said are not okay, but I think I should have planned the room better. I should have booked it in way more in advance, and which I did. I just didn't realize I'm figuring out the rooms, which ones connect best with laptops. Anyway, just figuring it all out, and just I guess a lot of this is just me beating myself up, and so coming to peace with that that it's okay. And yeah, but presentation was fine, and it obviously shows that I care a lot, so yeah.
Yeah, amazing, darling. It sounds like you did a really, really, really good job, and a really, really great job of getting it all together, you know, and something that you so care about. Yay. These are all doorways. We just love ourselves through it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You're amazing. We love you so much.
Well, what is it we were talking about today, Alice, where the way we talk to ourselves, we would never talk to our friends like that?
You would never talk to my daughter the way you talk to yourself, Mia, about our cock-ups and mistakes, would you? No. You would never talk to me like that.
No.
So just an invitation, like, why do we talk to ourselves like that?
Yeah.
All right, lots of self-love, okay?
Yeah.
Self-love and celebration. Yeah, you did great.
Thank you.
All right. Love you so much, sweetheart. Okay, Missy. We have Alexandra. She doesn't want, she's like, I don't want to stay.
I know it's late, so I don't really need to talk much at all. I'm just happy to listen, really.
Yeah.
Connect in with everyone, and yeah, it's just
Can we
been
just
nice to do.
can we celebrate you for finishing your program? Like,
Well, that was the thing I was going to bring up, exactly, very
yeah,
briefly, but yeah, like it's like that's everything that's been coming up. It's just this whole again hide away in the shadow, not shadows, but like I'm in the light, but it's like still just sort of peeking in and out, like I've just realizing I've got to celebrate myself and not be afraid to, like I've accomplished huge things in my life, and it's finally feel confident in time to just stepping forward, confident. I became certified about a month ago. I was the first one to do it. Didn't realize that. I thought it, I didn't know, but I was the first one to do it. I think only one other's done it so far as
of
well.
course you were the first one. No, you're amazing. Amazing. I feel like we need like a coronation, the crowning of Queen Alexandra, exactly the Virgo energy, of course, that's what I was referring to. But like just to be surrounded by your peers and people who love you and know you and see you and put that freaking crown on your head that you will never doubt, or like here we are stepping into our role as the queen of people's hearts, and like you're so special. Oh, look at that queen there. I love the crown emoji. How do we do that? It's phenomenal reaction.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Thank you. How to do that.
And that was in the final last sort of the advanced retreat that I did with Natalie, and it was through the meditation and the wisdom that came through was just be regal in all areas of life, and then it's like regal is magnificence, and it's like just shine, just being in that power and that just shine as you are with your wisdom and that everything that we all have, and just doing it. And my thing at the moment is like trying to, it's the time management with children, and being able to do my business now. Like I've got the studio and you've got the qualifications, I've got the wisdom, I've got the, I've got people, I've got a woman coming on Thursday wanting to book in and, wanting to come in and do angelic Reiki session and energy coaching at the same time, combine it into a session for her. So it's like, okay, I guess I really am doing this, but I've still got this little toddler that needs looking after, and, here I go. It's sort of when I've got two sort of quite, my mum and my husband are the ones helping out. So, but then there's two very, very forceful personalities in the world themselves. And so, again, it's like, for me, it's this battle of who's more important. That's what that's the two of them. Like they're sort of, my mum's doing a celebrant thing, so she's got weddings, and then she's like, well, I can't babysit all the time. And then my husband Ward's kind of like, well, I've got farm tours and I've got farm work to do. And so it's like, well, he's generating money. I'm saying, well, mine's not necessarily all just about money either. It's trying to help people, battle. It's the battle.
This would be kind of like up to you, of course, but I put Max into daycare 3 days a week when he was 9 months old, and I don't know, like I didn't do that the second time around, and I'm not sure I would do it again, but almost in some ways, like it's a bit like what Steph was saying with deep work. Like what I've been considering is, because I want to give this room back to Max, like we've got an issue here. We're going to stay in Wellington for at least another year. I'm going to have to give up my healing room. Now, does that mean that I book in, like I plan to have 1 day a week that I'm doing sessions and healings, and I'm hiring a space to do that, and I'm banking everybody onto that day, you know what I mean? And I just work a long day, and I get some one, not Hamish and not your mum, not Ward, to Mind Sophia, but that's the day that you see 3 clients, make sure that the sessions are of an appropriate length, you're charging an appropriate amount, and that's part of your work. And or have someone come in and Mind Sophia, a student or something on that day, and I think we have to start to, that's the book, that's the We Shall Be Millionaires, because she talks about or it's got goosies again, smart. There's a rich lady who's not very smart, and then there's a smart lady who's very rich. Is that right? There's like, it's got this kind of whole time. So she's wealthy enough, but she is not very time rich because she's running around doing everything and expecting broke ass. Yeah, her name's like broke ass. And then there's rich. Broke ass is the one who will do her own laundry, rather than getting someone in to do the laundry, because her time's more valuable than doing laundry. And I'm broke ass, right?
I get that. And that exactly, Alice, as you said, like, this is what I've said to my mum and to Ward. I said, I'm going to dedicate, exactly like you just said. I said, I'm dedicating 1 day a week. Let's pick a day, because it's good to just sort of have it as a day that's pretty much 95% of the time is going to be that day. Then I can have clients book on that day, for example, a Tuesday, and just, that's it. Like you say, it's like 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock or whatever, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. I'm blocked out doing this, and this is what I'm doing. If I've got no clients, I use that time for other business stuff. And that's my dedication time, and that's what it is. So it's really creating that little container of time for me and for the business. And
I think we need to do that. I think we need to do that. And there are other mums that do that, and it's like, what I'm kind of getting is it's being willing to compromise as well, because and also, like, maybe you go, oh well, Sophia can go to Ward because that's easier, it's less expensive or whatever, but actually that might not be the answer. So it might be that she gets, has someone come in, or goes to a group, like a pulse group, or goes to, you work out the details.
Exactly.
Valuing, it's going back to your value.
It is.
It all comes back to our value. When we put ourselves first and we put our value first, then the universe can rally around to bring. And I'm very excited for your client on Thursday.
Oh, I've got the manuals out, the Angelic Reiki level 1, level 2, just to reread and
throw away the
refresh it all. No. I've created my little nest on the ground, because I liked your way that you had it in your, I think that's a lot better than a massage table. I was originally going to do massage table, and it's like, no, I'll create a nice little nest on the ground with a few nice soft little cushions. And
beautiful. I mean, I had someone come and have an Angelic Reiki the other day, just sat in the chair, which was nice. So just kind of working from above. It doesn't have to look the same way. Just make sure the session's long enough. If you're doing a coaching and Angelic Reiki, I'm going to have cacao, then like 2 hours minimum is
2.5 down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I hope you're charging enough. Not you. You will.
I said I'll do the energy coaching free. I said, because I just want a testimonial. I see it as, I'd rather have that still while I'm just getting my foot through, foot in the door sort of thing. So double my prices. Okay.
We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Cool, baby. So your card is freeing. We'll go in a minute. Freeing the threads of connection. There you go. That was just what we were talking about, wasn't it? Freeing the threads of connection. So letting that little beautiful baby go. Freeing the threads of connection with your family. Archangel Gabriel offers the gift of protection to those experiencing the loss of a relationship with a loved one. You experiencing loss? We need courage, commitment, and patience. Maybe it's just the ending of this global ending, The end of a relationship creates a change in the energetic ecosystem of our immediate community. It takes presence and attention to allow the threads of connection to unwind, freeing all parties to continue their journey. The oracle may relate to the ending of a relationship from long ago, even in past lifetimes, that still holds a space in your heart. You are now becoming ready to let go. Open your heart to greater freedom and peace.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. And are you that's really funny. Are you complete?
I am complete. No. Perfect.
All right. And we're just massive, great big acknowledgement of you and your phenomenal deep work that you've been doing. It's like fucking amazing. You are amazing. Stephanie, this is peaceful prosperity. That's the card I had, and I put it back in the deck because I'm like, yeah, we're going to use that one, but I pulled it like a day ago. Peaceful prosperity. It's just stunning. It's got such an amazing energy. So there we are. Let me read this for you. Healing fear requires love. Fear might relate to financial security, abandonment, hurt, or losing a loved one, a cherished treasure, or a rare opportunity. To the insecure and uncertain part of us, fear might seem like the most sensible response, as though it will protect us. In reality, fear is counterintuitive. It closes us off and prevents us from remaining open to the abundance and generosity of the universe. At times, we need to decide whether we will give in to our fear and put off our growth for another day. This is always our choice to make. Instead, we can move into the realm of the heart, choose to remain open, ask for clarity, and run the joyful, challenging risk of becoming more fully alive. Your commitment to your aliveness will manifest what is best for you. Many gifts lie unopened on the path ahead. Ask for what is rightfully yours and continue to make your journey with peaceful knowledge in your heart.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Alice.
So welcome. And I will send you this as well. It's got the little prayer part as well. The healing magic meditation with EarthAngel Uriel.
Oh. I've just been pulling from the Akashic Tarot, and I got some cards. I got birth, which is about birthing, like a creation, and then I got this one, which is the Master Artisan 8 of Keys reversed, which is all about it's now to receive the fruits of your labor. So whatever you've been birthing is like, now's the time to sit back and reap the rewards, basically. So that's really nice.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, darlings. Well, let's wrap it up. It's 10 o'clock. Just while I've got everyone here, I will propose a couple of dates for December. We've just got a smaller group now, so I think that it's nice to, if it doesn't work, let's find a time that does. I'm not concerned at all about the EarthAngel Collective, how it's going, what's happening. I feel like, a contraction's fine. We've got a very, very strong core group, and I am assuming, unless you let me know otherwise, that you want to continue on with the way things are and this kind of connection and being able to drop in. It doesn't need to be too, overwhelming for us, because I know that we're all really busy, but I also do want you guys to know that you can reach out anytime to each other and in that chat if we need extra support or you're getting up against something. And that's tonight's been really, really beautiful. So just, a really big thank you. Much love. Have a nice sleep. And rock on. All good, Mia? Thank you. All right, thanks for taking the time. It was really nice to be here tonight, and much love to everyone.
Thank you, Alice.
Keep shining.
Thank you, lovely ladies.
I love
Can
you
you hear the rain? It's pouring down here.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I can hear that too. It's happening in Auckland as well.
Cleansing rain. Oh, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Probably on its way to us, Alexandra, if it's not here already.
Yeah, we had a bit before, about half an hour ago. It's gone, but
Yeah, more coming.
Yeah, no.
All right, well, let's
Yeah.
keep praying every day, stabilizing these energies, and the to the end of the year, and then see what the 03, the 22, what is it? The 022023 is going to bring us.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to next month, the Sagittarius, because that is my season.
Yay! Yes. And
Hopefully.
Steffi's season. Is it Steffi's season as well? Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, everybody.
Good night.
Mwah.
Bye. Night, night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.